I say that right? I probably books up because I ain't gonna be that at the end of this video and then my room, this library is all juxtaposed. Ooh, get your life, Christina. Hey guys, my name is Chrissy and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone's having a really great new year and a great holiday season. It's been great around here at the library. Today, I want to do like a wrap up of like these survey questions because obviously I'm a book nerd, but I also enjoy answering statistical questions and like, what do you think of this, or superlatives and things like that. I found this, actually I saw it on Books and Lala's channel, which I love her. If you want some more booktube content, words, Christina, need more booktube content, go check out Books and Lala's channel. She's an OG to the booktube. I saw her do a video of this and I thought, oh my gosh, it would be so cool to answer some questions about my reading experience in 2021. One thing I started in 2021, a reading journal as well. My second reading journal, look at it, it's so pretty. Archer and Olive reading journal, so I've already set that up. Let me know if you want to see the spreads that I made for the 2022 reading. This is gonna be really off page. I'm sitting on the floor. Make sure y'all stay hydrated, okay? I don't know how many questions there are. I just jotted down some that I like. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking down here at my notes for the questions. And I'm just gonna go get the book if I have the book. So, best book I read in 2021. That was easy. Birthright by Timothy Alberino. Birthright by Timothy Alberino. Timothy Alberino really discusses the importance of our dominion here on earth, what Christ did for us, and how that is so important to the time period that we live in. And so he goes from Genesis all the way to Revelation and he breaks this thing down. This was the best book of the year for me. Best book series, we're gonna do a completed series, right? We're not gonna do series that are still open, so completed series. So let's see, y'all know I love me a bigger fantasy tome. Best one, oh, I read so many good ones. Why did I put this question? It's gonna be hard. I'm just gonna give, okay, I think I read 5 series, so I'm going, oh, it's so many. Why did I put this on the list? My 3, they're in no particular 1, 2, 3. They're the best that I finished and read in 2021. The Passage series. This is a 3-book, of course, a 3-book big boy series. So Justin Cronin, I'm not gonna act like I can do all the synopsis on that. I read that a very long time ago. Ooh, it's a little on the nose now given everything that happened with the pizza. The Passage is the story of Amy, abandoned by her mother at the age of 6, pursued and then imprisoned by the shadowy figures behind a government experiment of apocalyptic proportions. But Special Agent Brad Walgast, the lawman sent to track her down, is disarmed by the curiously quiet girl and risks everything to save her. This story goes way far. This was an amazing series. This was probably the only series I read during grad school, and it really kept me afloat. It's definitely hard science fiction and it will take you on a ride. So to me, this is a great series I read. My series that I read, ooh, get your life, Christina. Read the Red Rising series. Society's broken into different classes and the Reds are at the bottom, and it follows a story of a boy who something tragic happened to him and now he wants to take down everybody. I want to finish just because I knew I was going to be wrapped, so this was fun. And the last series, gosh, this is going to be hard, but maybe not. Here we go. I done straightened up these bookshelves and now I'm ruining them all over again. The Mistborn trilogy, and again, if you've seen my other 2 videos, then you already know I had a great time reading this series. What about this was the magic system and how the world was just so beautiful and haunting. Woo. Brando Sando is my guy. Let me put these books back because I'm not trying to do all this cleanup. I just clean this place up. The book I was excited about, but it didn't work out for me. Arsenic and Adobo. This was my first book of the month pick for April. I was so excited because look at the cover. It's so beautiful and it's kind of a mystery, and it's defined as like a cozy mystery. And at the time I really didn't understand what that meant, but I've been reading a lot more Agatha Christie, and I have reading plans to read other types of cozy mysteries. I think I might enjoy it. So I will say at the time this was my most disappointing, but I probably will read it again, and it's always going to stay on my shelf because it was the first book of the month, and so nostalgia. Worst or most disappointing read of the year? I don't even have that book no more. Let me just tell you, it's called My Monticello, and it was my most disappointing read because writing was lazy, the writing was insensitive, the author used the easy way out to convey the ideas that she thought were important. Recommend it to anyone. It was my most disappointing read because I enjoy learning about Thomas Jefferson and his life with Sally, and that was how the story was pitched, and it was pitched right in the trash. I was not satisfied with it. I was incredibly angry and offended that the author felt that this was a story that needed to be out there. And let me even tell you that it's not even a story, it's a series of short stories, which they didn't pitch that to us either. Maybe I'll do a video of my most disappointing read. I'll probably be angry and throwing things, so we can't do that. Book you pushed people to read and they actually read. That the book I pushed more people to read, and by pushed I mean my mom and my auntie, was Spinning Silver, and my book bestie, Spinning Silver. So I already know you need to read this because it's winter time. It's a perfect read. It's beautiful. It's well done. It's chef's kiss. Favorite new author? Wow. You know what? That's gonna go to Robin Hobb. Robin Hobb has been around since, I don't know, the early 90s writing books, and I just discovered her in the past few months. And she's my new favorite author. I'm actually in the process of reading the second book to the Farseer trilogy, and this was great. Her writing is beautiful. It's how you write fantasy. It gets in your heart and just, every range of emotion she's able to pull out of her writing, and it was so much fun. So Robin Hobb for sure. Now, this got a map in the front. Y'all know about maps now. You know, if you start sweating and you see a map, probably not for you. So this is definitely adult fantasy. So venture at your own risk. Most unput-downable book. This is the book that you just couldn't put down. You had to just finish it. You had to know what happened. So I got two for this one. The first one will be Recursion by Blake Crouch. This one was like 0 to 140 miles per hour in 2 seconds. Boom, boom, whiplash, neck just all over the place. This was a wild ride. I could not put this book down, and I had to know what was going on. It was so fast-paced, but done well. The writing is approachable. It is definitely hard science fiction. But whoo, check it out at your own risk. And the second one that no one should be surprised. This is my favorite thriller of the year. In My Dreams, I Hold a Knife. I couldn't put this book down either. She comes for you at every angle that you're not even expecting. The mystery, the thriller, the characters. And my book bestie recommended this to me, so she has a really good track record of good thrillers. So we gon' believe everything she said. Favorite cover? Favorite covers mean that the book was trash. Ha! Y'all recognize this one? The ones we're meant to find. A beautiful cover. But like I said, you know, beware beautiful cover, for therein may be lies. Beautiful cover don't mean it's good to read or it's really of value. But these illustrators, these graphic designers, the folks that making these books on this cover, y'all need a raise because y'all selling books. Tell me which one you think is your favorite as far as the most beautiful. And so I ain't like neither one of these books, spoiler, but this was the one for 2021 that was a beautiful cover, and I just threw this in there because I'm still feeling salty about this. Memorable character. Again, that's going to be Fitz Chivalry Farseer. Poro Fitz. Being inside of his head, being with his thoughts, his perception of how people feel about him. It really is refreshing in fantasy to understand and to walk with a story and to be rooted in a story that is in the first person is so unique. You love him some pages, and next thing you know, you angry with him. He may be as well for 2022. it's looking like that. Most thought-provoking and life-changing book. Wow. Educated by Tara Westover. Y'all should be surprised if you saw my wrap-up video of the year. It caused you to really think and to be appreciative of people, of those who are brave enough to tell their story, and the healing that takes place here, the transformation, made me cry my eyes out. It made me be appreciative of the good and the bad things that happen in my life, and the testimony that is so priceless. And when you share that with other people, it gives them hope, it gives them courage, it gives them propels them to go ahead and to move forward with their life. And so this is what Tara did for me, and it was just awesome. Favorite quote. Oh man, let's get out the journal and see what my favorite quote was. My favorite quote came from the Shadow and Bone Legacy. Listen to me, Legacy. The Shadow and Bone trilogy. And that quote was, "They had an ordinary life full of ordinary things, if love can ever be called that." What? So it's so romantic. Okay, maybe I got 2 quotes from 2022. 2 seems to be a limit. "Her husband could be short-sighted and stubborn. Sometimes he hung on to strict principles or personal grudges that clouded his better judgment. But he possessed the most valuable quality in any person, which was the ability to put others first, no matter their prevailing opinion or the personal cost." That quote was from Jade Ward from the Greenbone Legacy, Greenbone Saga. I don't know why I'm talking these books like they legacies. My shortest and longest book, Old Man in the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. This was this was fun. It's short, but man, I was rooting for this old man in the sea. I'm telling you, he had a lot of problems going on out there. And then the longest book I read was Brandon Sanderson's Warbreaker. I told y'all I love me some Brando Sandal. Y'all ain't know. Y'all gonna learn. You gonna learn. I think I talked about this book on my channel, but maybe I'll do a review at a later date. Most fun to read, The Martian by Andy Weir. That was the most fun book to read. This book had me thinking I could be an astronaut. So essentially, everyone's probably heard of The Martian, seen the movie. Andy Weir the pages just jumped off at you, and the comedy is so good. And the movie was a great adaptation to this. So this was the one I had so much fun with. I was just highlighting all the things that he was doing and how he was just trying not to die. Hidden gem of the year. Okay, so a hidden gem. Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse by Charlie Macri. Sorry, the light is probably kind of blurring it out a bit. I was looking at a booktuber's channel. I can't think of her name. I think it's Murphy. And I'll link her channel below as well. She was talking about some of her favorite books of all time, and I like looking at those to see if maybe it'll be a favorite of all time for me. And I have to say, as you can see, annotated to the nth degree, this was a hidden gem, and it made me laugh and cry at the same time. And I can't say that a book has made me do that to date. Something you can read to your kids, but as an adult, you can read it and just be like, wow. When everything else fails, we always have cake. Am I right? Am I right? Great. Most beautifully written, City of Brass. I was on the fence about getting this book for so long, and I was out with one of my besties, and she was like, well, just try it. I mean, it can't be but that bad. And oh my gosh, it was so good. It's so beautifully written. And before this book, I didn't like purple prose or prose that was so flowery, and I realized I had not been reading authors who had studied their craft and could do it well. Kaborti, I've said her name wrong. City of Brass does it well. Book that made me most mad. I think we already talked about it. I don't even need to go over that question no more. Book that made me cry. What book that really made me cry and I was not expecting to cry? Some of the books I read that caused some tears, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna be crying at the end of this one. I was not expecting to do it at this one. And I'm gonna tell you, when I got to the end, I finished the story, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was so good. And I was just like right there. But then I read his acknowledgments. Let me read you the acknowledgement. Pierce Brown writes, everything grand is made from a series of ugly little moments. Everything Worthwhile by Hours of Self-Doubt and Days of Drudgery. All the works by people you and I admire sit atop a foundation of failures. So whatever your project, whatever your, I'm about to cry again, whatever your struggle, whatever your dream, keep toiling because the world needs your skyscraper. Right? So, okay. All right. Yes. Book that made me cry and I didn't see it coming. Best Acknowledgement Awards. Who wrote the best acknowledgements in there? Pierce Brown, because they made me cry. Book that I didn't read in 2021, but I will read in 2022. Blinding Knife by Brent Weeks. I had a great time with the first. This is a tome, y'all already know. I really wanted to get to this, but it's so, I had higher priorities, but this year I will get to this. So this is definitely going to be in the top, definitely in the first quarter of the year. I read 91 books. Look at me. And I read 27,136 pages. I hope you find that fun for the 2021 year. I will be kind of going over my 2022 yearly TBR and some reading goals out for that video. If you're interested to see my 2021, my top 10 books of 2021, check that video out. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all staying hydrated. I just looked out my window and there is snow. Another reason for you to read Spinning Silver. Happy reads, everyone, and don't forget your library card. Bye.